Good morning, Your Honor, Elder standing ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to be here with you today. My name is Dave Hall. I'm a teacher at Luther College High School here in Regina, and with me today are three grade 11 students in environmental science. Julia, Fortune, and Elian are here with me. It's my honor to describe a project that involved three schools around the world, centering on coming together, getting to know one another, but in the backdrop was investigating the Sustainable Development Goals. The purpose was to allow the students in these three schools around the world to interact, create relationships, and look locally at how Sustainable Development Goals were being instituted in their own city. It was a cooperative program. When the teachers first dreamed up this project, we hoped that there would be an opportunity to visit the three schools. The other schools were in Danvers, Massachusetts, which is just north of Boston, and Noida, India, just outside of Delhi. So we wanted those students to come together and look at the Sustainable Development Goals. So the next slide sort of talks about how we did this. In October of 2021, Sustainable Development Goals were introduced to each class by their own teachers. The students then chose one of the Sustainable Development Goals to focus on and then begin to research the implementation or how well or an analysis of how well those Sustainable Development Goals were going in their own city or their own communities. In December, groups came together. Let's actually go to the next slide. So what we did was that the Luther students that chose Sustainable Development Goal number 1 were paired with other students from the other two schools that also chose Sustainable Development Goal number 1. And it went back and forth this way. Those groups focusing on the same Sustainable Development Goal were then put in cohorts that communicated using Zoom to work on, connect, to discuss how things were going in their own communities. Next slide. And then in December, we had something called the Big Share. The Big Share was a big Zoom conference call that lasted all morning. Sustainable Development Goal number 1 cohort from each of the schools gave their reports, communicated with one another, and we had this big celebration. And this went on it took a couple hours, and greetings were brought by Dr. Petrie to kick it off. It was really a real celebration of the work that these students had done in their own schools. So we'd like to thank the RSC Saskatchewan for, again, allowing us this opportunity, and for Glenn Suter and the team here at the Royal Saskatchewan Museum for the event today. So thank you very much.